Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense?
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, the man in time to fight in and drop him. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks. Setting the tone there on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie that stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. Might feel like it's time.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Brissett. And he rifles one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was all
that nigga don't fight no more. He retired. But when John Jones did fight him, they had found out that that's when they were saying John Jones had took PEDs.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This is caught by Tate. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
You talking about that's Anthony Johnson. That's not Anthony Joshua. That nigga name was Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And that will be
You said the what?
Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion
The
and
fuck?
not picked to bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, Brissett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty
To the
here.
counter.
And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back.
Nah. What is this I'm hearing? Oh, it must have been fake. These niggas is talking about, yeah.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team.
I'm about to say, because there was no way that shit they said that and it didn't happen yet.
The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nice play design there with the touchbacks. Looked good at the start, but the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And taken right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. To throw, Brissett. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brissett on 3rd and 2. A bullet throw, but incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 25 yards that time. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Second and 8. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Down to the 25.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They'll try again with Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Jake Ferguson from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance?
Nah, that sounds like some shit that nigga would do.
You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 6 yards to pick up, and that's
Nigga call that nigga a wizard Waverly play.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Brissett on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
I know what you're talking about, bud. That game used to be live as shit when they played it in the movie.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's left with
You see a nigga named Cody?
Throw it away. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Then we see another pitch and catch there to the running back.
I don't got John Jones knocking that nigga out. I got him whooping his ass, though.
This is critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys have opened up a very comfortable.
Oh, let me see Bud name so I can tell you his name.
The extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Do you see Cody Garbrandt?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yeah.
And no effort to
That
bring this one out.
that nigga's supposed to be winning. Or my man's bet on him to win. My man's watch UFC.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo.
That's what I was just telling Rick to bet on.
And they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Brissett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett. Caught right side, Tate. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw again. Brissett. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage.
I'm about to get me some pasta from Jasper's.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Yeah, because fighting at light heavyweight, that nigga was fighting at 205 pounds. That nigga weighed 248 pounds for this fight.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
The hell was that?
Because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Brissett now.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. On 3rd down, Brissett. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now.
Hey, the one fight that he lost, he didn't even lose it.
And the win last week, punted
he got disqualified for knocking bro. He knocked bro out with illegal elbow strikes.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, like when you on top of somebody, the no contest one, I think, is one of the jumps they found out that he was on PEDs.
About set for this next drive.
Nah, that wasn't the cocaine one. That was the one where they say he took steroids before the fight or something like that. Performance enhancing drug. But the one fight that he did lose, the nigga was on top of bruh, and he was about to knock him out, and instead of throwing the regular elbow strikes, the nigga realized, took his arm and then just elbowed that nigga like he was.
To throw is Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
Trey playing that game would be fucking bad, bro. That shit would be bad gameplay. Make a nigga never want to touch that game. This nigga didn't just drop that.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Taking it about the 16 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be
they called it legal contact. This nigga already had the fucking football.
They got to get going.
First down, Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team,
I just threw a fucking pick. This should have been a pick.
Spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. This looks like a free play for Prescott. There's that man again. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Micah Parsons, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of his end zone, Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
10th carry now for Elliott. Now, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout,
who the fuck is Joe?
It's been unusual.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing. Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Yeah.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Yeah.
They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that
oh, I already knew he was white. I could tell by how he talked that he was white. Cause you know how like somebody, like he sounded like he could have been black, but I never heard him say the N-word. Yeah, I've never heard him say the N-word. So I just get like I was like, I guess he's white.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, Baby Tron Wild for having like the wild white man name.
And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this.
Yeah.
Training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where
no, it was like Abraham or something like that.
Trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion.
Nah, that ball was like that, bro.
But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off.
I thought it was like Abraham or something.
Making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No.
Trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of
Nigga,
scrimmage.
stay on current
I
gen.
think this offense, specifically this running game, they have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Cowboys
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not know Jackie Chan was that old until I looked it up one day.
return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Yeah, like 63 or 64, something like that.
Extra point up and through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away.
Him and Tom Cruise real out crazy as hell. Them niggas in their mid-60s and still do their own stunts in their own movies.
Decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Washington now going to use the...
Huh?